Hey friends, welcome to my channel, Heidi Sonboul Home. Today I'm doing a mini makeover in my craft space. This is where I film all of my DIY tutorials that you see over my Heidi Sonboul DIY channel, and it just needed to be more functional. So I picked up these 3 bookshelves. I ordered them on Amazon. I wanted to go to IKEA, but our IKEAs are all closed down and it's just safer to stay at home. So I ordered them, and then after I did, I realized they're not as wide as the ones at IKEA. So I do need to order one more. So today you're gonna see the makeover with just one bookshelf missing. Now today is a collab. I'm doing it with these 2 other lovely ladies. They are linked down below in the description box in a playlist link. And they are doing over their laundry room and their master bathroom. Trust me, I've seen them. They're both really beautiful. Go check the link out and let them know I sent you. And if you're coming over from those girls and you're new here to my channel, welcome. My name is Heidi Sonboul and this is my home channel. And if you didn't know, I have a Heidi Sonboul DIY channel, and over there I post tons of craft ideas that are really focusing on home decor. So I make them over there on that channel, and then I bring them over here on this channel and I decorate with them. Now I was lucky enough to enlist the help of my husband and my sons and my cat. He's always involved in everything I do. My son actually let him get up there on that top shelf, which was naughty. We should not have let him done that, but he's just such a curious cat. Anyway, we are going to be doing something special to these bookcases. I'm going to be taking this shelf lining paper that has that adhesive on the back. I found this at Walmart and I loved that it was this pretty, I guess, robin's egg blue almost, or like a Tiffany blue buffalo check. I thought it was so pretty. So what I'm doing first is I'm just going to measure it to make sure I have that very first one right. The size is not going to change, so I'm going to keep that back paper and I'm going to use it as a template. But what I'm doing first, you saw there that I folded down that first little bit, and then I'm slowly pulling out the back side of this so that it doesn't get all wrinkled and bunched, and I can smooth out what I need before I expose all the sticky sides. And then what I'm doing is I'm just going to line up the pattern and smooth that out too. This is really easy to do, friends. It's just one of those things that, don't ever do this if you're in a rush or you're feeling frustrated, because it can be frustrating trying to get the bubbles out, but just take your time and just keep smoothing it out. And then one more trick is that when you get to the end, you don't have to perfectly cut everything. I like to take a craft knife and I just go along wherever there's extra, and then I tuck it down so that it's nice and secure. Now the reason why I didn't do this before I put on the backs of these shelves is because I plan on changing this out whenever I have a new season. And today when you see me style it, it's not going to be the end all look, because I really would love to match all the baskets, but I'm staying in and I'm being good, and so we're just going to work what we have on hand. Now one more tip, and I'm going to let the music kick up for a bit. I like to use that back paper like I mentioned earlier as a template. So you see here that I laid it out, made a little snip, lined it up on the sides, and then creased it over and then cut it. But with this buffalo check, or any pattern in general, you want to make sure that the patterns are always going to line up. And I figured out that with this buffalo check, the easiest way to do it is to cut along where you don't need that extra little strip. So I'm always leading with that first white row on this buffalo check. So just make sure you're being conscious about, if you try to match up a pattern, that you have to cut off a little sliver to get back to the pattern being able to line up. I hope that makes sense. Now, if you don't already know, I'm also over on Instagram. Come by and say hi to me. I always love knowing what my friends are doing in their homes and their craft rooms. Tag me if you're working on any projects or mini makeovers or DIYs. I just love, I guess you could say that I'm nosy. I love seeing what my friends are doing while we're all stuck at home, staying in and being good. So I would just love to know. Just tag me, say hi, come by and visit with me. Now, while I line the rest of these shelves, I thought I would just check in with all of you on an emotional level. I'm curious how you're all doing with homeschooling or staying in. I had something brought to my attention the other day that there are some single people who are sheltering at home and they are not fortunate enough to have those loud family members, and it can be very lonely. And it's just funny how perspective can change the way you look at things. I am so grateful to be in my home with my family and my children, but there are days where I just, oh, what I would give to just roam the aisles at Hobby Lobby, just to be alone and to just take a deep breath without worrying about geometry for my 10th grader and, you know, tracking PE for my 7th grader. Anyway, leave a comment down below to let me know how you're all doing. Now, at this point, you can see that I have space for one more bookshelf. So I've already ordered it. It's on its way, but it just wasn't ready in time for this video. And I plan on putting it right there, and I will line it as well. One other thing I thought to mention is that the shelf lining paper for the back of my bookcase, I was able to do all 3 of these, and I think when the 4th bookcase comes, I'll be able to do about half of the other one. I did all of that with 2 rolls. So these rolls from Walmart are really thick and you can get a lot out of them. Now at this point, I pulled all of my decor that was white because I thought that would be a great way to try to neutralize the fact that the baskets don't all match. So I'm going with a lot of whites and neutrals, and then I'm just going in and filling in supplies where supplies need to be had. So that big bucket, the black and white one you see to the left, that one is loaded with hot glue guns and hot glue gun sticks because before all of this started happening, I went and stocked up crazy pants on hot glue sticks because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to go out, and I just did not want to run out and not be able to still do my DIYs because that's what's helping me stay sane during all of this stuff that's going on. So I'm just organizing all my stuff and just making sure it looks as nice and tidy as you possibly can. And this is why I love bins, because you really can conceal a lot of the chaos inside of boxes and bins, and then it just makes it look pretty and organized. One thing I wanted to point out that the Dollar Tree started carrying are these thicker wood pieces. I love these, and I know a lot of people would probably think, what am I going to do with that? But I have some DIYs coming up really soon where I'm going to be using those, and I just think they're the coolest things, and I've been looking for thicker wood pieces like that. The other thing I always like to keep in here, give me a shout out if you love having wipies in your craft rooms, because I just feel like I can keep my hands clean, and I like to keep my hands clean for my videos. I'm always wiping off any paint just to make sure that they don't look too messy when I'm filming things. And then one more funny thing I wanted to point out, there is my new bottle of my E6000. I'm sure all of you have been noticing that are over on my DIY channel that I was getting down to the very end, trying to get every little drop that mattered. Now here everything is all done and organized to the best that it can be, and it feels so good to be able to have all the supplies behind me, and then when I'm done I can push in my table and it looks tidy and organized, and when I'm ready to work I pull it out. Now here's the truth, when you turn around the other way, this is the other side of the room. We had a storm roll in and I had to stop because it's just one of those things that happens when you live in Missouri. So I still have to figure out all this stuff, but in general, friends, I'm so happy with how this space looks. It looks so much better, and I have so much more space, and it's amazing what you can do with bookshelves, and they were not that expensive. So I'm going to link them down below in the description box if you're interested in bookshelves. These pillows over here, they're coming soon. They're going to be for a summer decorate with me. And don't forget, go down, click that link, and check out those girls and their spaces for their mini makeovers. And until the next episode, bye friends.